come back inside the Madison Square Garden. The Nuggets able to win here last year, 95-86. Overall, though, the Knicks lead the series 37-28. Nuggets are just 10-22 here in the Garden. So with Scott Hastings, I'm Chris Marlowe. We are ready for our Southwest Airlines starting lineups. Of course, for the Denver Nuggets, it's been pretty much a set lineup most of the year, but we do get a lineup change tonight. Andre Miller and J.R. Smith in the backcourt. The former New York Knick, Marcus Camby, played here for 4 years, is the center. Nene gets the start at power forward, and the NBA's leading scorer, yes, even ahead of Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony at 31.5 points per game. George Karl, 27 up and 22 down against the Knicks. In his third year, 88-55 overall. The Southwest Airlines starting five for the New York Knicks. A talented team with some mismatched parts. Stephon Marbury, or alias Starbury, in the backcourt with Jamal Crawford. Eddie Curry is the center, the former Chicago Bull. Jared Jeffries coming over from Washington. And, of course, the second-year man, Channing Frye. Frye coming off an ankle sprain. Be interesting to see how effective he could be. One of the most decorated player coaches in the history of the NBA. 1981 NCAA title. 2 NBA titles in 89 and 90. Of course, Isaiah Thomas and Scott Hastings, the architects of those Detroit wins.
He was the engineer, and I was the guy that carried bags.
You were the conductor.
Yeah, but I got me one of them rings, though.
You sure did. So we're just about set, ready to go. Our officiating crew tonight, Dick Bavetta heads it up. Violet Palmer and Robbie Robinson. If you listen to the pregame show with Julie Brahman and Bill Hanslick, you know that the Nuggets have been outscored heartily in the last 4 games in the first quarter. So getting off to a first quarter start is a paramount importance. The Nuggets' overall record is 12-9. And Nuggets on the road 6-5, which is still good. That's the best start still since 1976. And the Knicks at home just 4-9. A lot of pressure on the Knicks to play well at home. Eddie Curry jumping against Marcus Camby.
Same call Marcus got called the other day on that quick jump, but gets away with it here. But it's going to be a matchup. Curry inside. See how he does defensively against Camby.
Camby taking it right to Curry. And Curry picks up his first foul.
See, and I think that's a great play. I mean, that's the advantage Marcus has on his offensive end is mobility against Curry. Curry has bulk, size, and strength down on the other side. So you want to get your advantage over the guy playing you, and if you get Eddie Curry in foul trouble early, better for the Denver Nuggets.
Marcus Camby free throw shooting at 68%. The Nuggets as a team at 74.5%, which is 19th in the NBA. And Isaiah Thomas, 3 years, of course, at Indiana. 131 wins, 115 losses, and 3 playoff appearances before being blown out there. Come back to try to resurrect this New York program.
And as we thought, Nene going to match up with Eddie Curry defensively. Size, a better feel, if you will.
Channing Frye's first shot is off the mark, and Nene goes and gets the rebound. The Nuggets are averaging 108 points a game, just a little bit below that. Good pass underneath, and Nene could not finish. Here comes Jamal Crawford. Andre Miller starting on Crawford. Alley-oop Curry. They're tied at 2.
Big guy getting up and down the floor, using his body to seal the defender high. You'll see Curry play a little old school with the coaches they've got on the Knicks.
And Camby has 4 points. A couple of free throws and a jump shot. That's so important for Marcus Camby's game if he can make that 10 to 15-foot jump shot. Here's Jeffries. Came in as the defensive stopper for the New York Knicks, then broke his wrist in a preseason game. Back cut, Jeffries with the score.
Oh, that's a great pass by Crawford. I don't think anybody in Denver even saw it coming.
Carmelo Anthony gets the alley-oop, the assist to Miller, and Carmelo Anthony's first 2 points.
I was reading one of the scouting reports on the New York Knicks, and this team, the Denver Nuggets, feel that they can get a lot of alley-oops, a lot of overplays by the New York Knicks.
Crawford right into Curry. And Curry draws the foul on Nene. I think. Let's see. Yeah, it is on Nene.
Well, Andre raised his hand. They're going to call on Nene. Nene's unhappy because he thought he got fouled on that post move a while ago. Didn't get that inside call. Pick and roll. That's that play just a while ago. I mean, it fooled Curry. It went right by his ear. Good alley-oops. We mentioned overplays. Watch the eye contact made between Carmelo, Camby, guys that'll be flying towards that rim.
Eddie Curry as a free throw shooter, not very good, 56.5% as he makes 2 there.
Knicks been playing with a 2-2-1 full court press, trying to take the air out of the ball just a little bit.
6-6 our score.
And they drop back into a zone.
Carmelo splits the defense. Pass was tipped. 5 on the clock. Nene knows it. Coming up short, rebound Crawford. Crawford averages 16 points per game. Had 35 in the first meeting with Denver. Fry blocked by Nene. Well done. J.R. Smith out on the lob. Pass a little bit too low. Jeffries had it stripped. Should be Nuggets basketball.
Pretty good defense to get a hand. Guys flying up and down the floor. And for Denver, this is how they want to see New York play, although New York won that game in Denver 109-107.
Andre Miller, 3rd in the NBA in assists, averaging 12.5 points per game. Camby hangs on, 8 on the clock. Andre Miller. And it's taken away by Jeffries. Jamal Crawford stops for the 3. 6-6. Down the middle to Camby. And it's a blocking foul on Curry. Curry got there a little bit late.
And more importantly, his second foul. Curry looked like he saw Camby coming, and it almost in real time in front of me kind of hesitated. See him kind of go, see that little turn. He turns just at the second, gives him that shoulder.
So Eddie Curry has to sit with 2 fouls, and he's replaced by the energetic David Lee. So Curry to the bench. David Lee, 6'9", second-year man out of Florida, and he is good. He is a hustler, and the Nuggets will have to pay special attention to number 42 in white.
He leads the team in rebounding. They got 4 guys averaging over 6 rebounds a game, but he's over 9. And he's a guy that gives you trouble because you got to always know where he is on the offensive glass.
Yeah, and the 9 rebounds. He's only playing 22 minutes a game, so he is really an effective rate worker. Marcus Camby has 6 of the Nuggets' 8.
Denver in that zone. They went to that zone that second half a little bit against Boston, got themselves back in the game.
Tipped away Nene. Can he get there? And he's hammered from behind. Well, Nene, before the knee injury, had some great wheels. He used to get out on the break and run. Of course, out last year with knee surgery.
Well, here's the key to watch it. He runs out, and remember, it's going to be a minute thing with him until he gets healthy, and he's got to get himself back in shape. But where's his breath? Is he going to be okay making those runs? You have to kind of sub him quicker. It's his first start of the year.
Missed 12 games with a knee injury. Had 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists at Boston last night.
You can see it coming, though, can't you? I mean, doesn't it? You feel a little something there with Nene that he had a couple years ago.
You see the first start in a while. And he is giving the Denver Nuggets a little defensive intensity inside that painted area.
Well, when George came over 2 years ago, it seemed like Nene and Carmelo were the 2 guys that really started to blossom under his tutelage.
Marbury's got a look, his first 3-point attempt. Stephon Marbury shoots 32.5%, so he's not a great 3-point shooter, but he can make them, as he just showed you. 10-9 our score. And Carmelo's got his first perimeter jump shot. Well, Carmelo Anthony with 4 points. Nuggets starting 3 of 5, New York 3 of 6, and now 4 of 7. Both teams shooting well at the outset. 5 points for Marbury.
See, Marbury, to some of the Knicks fans, is kind of taking his game and just hitting it, if you will, a little bit. Trying to get into the system, but he can score.
Carmelo, 2 for 2 from perimeter. Right over Jared Jeffries. Jeffries 6'11", 240. Melo 6'8", 235. David Lee. So Lee with a 2-pointer. Nuggets lead 14-13. Canby over Lee. And Canby hot tonight.
Stars and great basketball players love to come to this building. No matter what the record is, it's in New York. You're playing in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. And you always see, I think, a lot of great games in this building.
Hot shooting continues for both teams. Marbury, another 3-ball. So Stephon Marbury had just 6 points at Indiana last night. Went out with a sore knee, but able to play tonight. Nene. Jeffries with a rebound. We're tied at 16.
With Nene's strength, he needs to make some power moves against Fry.
Channing Frye, no. Andre Miller, a very good rebounding guard. Miller will set things up. Nene, too many steps. Third turnover for Denver.
Denver, too many players. You had 3 players all in the post. Canby telling Nene to keep his head up. He was trying to spin and caught Canby going in the middle. Carmelo a little slow clearing out as well. You got too many people in that paint. But that's learning to play with Nene. Remember, this is a new guy in the starting lineup. Marbury
takes it off balance 3, and a timeout called. We're midway through the first quarter. The Nuggets 16 and the Knicks 16. Back in New York City at Madison Square Garden. We're tied at 16 at the first break of the first quarter. Hey, time to shed some light on tonight's Quest Spotlight. Quest, the spirit of service in action. Who are you watching, or what are you watching tonight?
Well, it's been over, a year and a half or so since Nene has started for the Denver Nuggets. He's starting, so you know what? He's in the spotlight. Block right there. Got a big steal a while ago. Goes down. Gets fouled on the finish of it. Not shooting the ball well. Missed his first couple jump shots and an inside move, but you know what? He's still active, and we still want to watch this guy because, listen, after coming back from the ACL surgery, missing all of last year, you know, getting his first start here in New York, big moment, I think, for Nene in his recovery. And here we go into another zone again. Remember, New York is one of the few teams will try to pick up full court in a kind of a zone press.
Malik Rose has come on, and he is going to be one of the back pillars of that zone defense. Former San Antonio Spur won a ring. Andre Miller wide open, and shot was blocked. Boy, it looked like he got fouled on the first contact. Did not get the call, and George Karl said that was a push.
Now, it looked like Malik Rose got him low. David Lee blocked clean.
Knicks zone looks like it's got some holes to be exploited here. Canby. And Canby red hot. The former Knick, of course, Marcus Canby getting to the NBA Finals with the Knicks in 1999, losing to the Spurs. Canby off to a sensational start. He's got 10 points. Marbury. And Marbury responding.
And Miller forcing left, and it's one thing when you're out there on an island by yourself forcing a great offensive player one way. You've got to expect that help, and they're not getting that help to him.
Carmelo the spin. And David Lee rebounds. Tied at 18. Marbury
looking to score tonight.
He sure is. Andre Miller head to Carmelo. J.R. Smith with the hammer. Assist Carmelo. Carmelo saw Smith coming out of the backside. His peripheral vision there.
But it was because Camby ran first. He cleared the lane.
Malik Rose, a good rebounder, despite the fact that he's only 6'8". Camby with a takeaway. Nuggets trying to get their fast break cranked up here on the road. It hasn't been easy. Carmelo doubled, looking for Cutter.
Everybody staying perimeter.
Marcus. Nene. Flip it out to JR. And JR hits a three-pointer. J.R. Smith with the triple.
And the reason it went to 3 seconds, Isaiah calling for is Nene, after he made that pass, jumped out of the lane and allowed JR to get that three off.
Nuggets have their biggest lead of 5 points.
Biggest lead in 2 games, right? They didn't have a lead last night in Boston.
Feels like the biggest lead since Hector was a pup to me.
But they're going to call this foul on Nene. And I didn't see but the end of it. He had the basketball. Malik Rose is sitting there affected it somehow. I didn't know if he knocked it out of his hands or not. Good defense there, gets the rebound. Well, he grabs his arm and then gets the foul.
So 2 fouls on Nene. He'll have to sit. Played well. Replaced by Eduardo Nahara. Nate Robinson has come on for the New York Knicks, the former Washington Husky and 2006 slam dunk champion. David Lee's going to challenge Camby, and Camby says, get it out of here, young fella. Carmelo's on the run. Oop to Melo. And Carmelo puts it away. So Carmelo Anthony quietly doing his thing. He's got 6 points. The Nuggets on a 7-0 scoring run.
It was tied at 16 at that timeout at 5:51.
Nuggets seem to be much more active, moving their feet and with the hands defensively.
Well, sometimes it's good to go to a place like this because you are, and you said it during the pregame show, you're on the world's biggest stage. No matter whether you like it or not, you come to New York and you play professional sports, you're on the world's biggest stage. And sometimes maybe that's the adrenaline boost guys need.
George Karl and Isaiah Thomas matching wits tonight. George Karl talking on the pregame show about how much he loved to play here when he was a player at North Carolina, how much he loves to coach here. Marbury. So Marbury's off to a very hot start. He's got 12 points here in the first period. Nuggets lead is 5, 25-20.
New York needs him to play like that within himself, but still aggressive to score.
Andre Miller with a pull-up. Rebounded by Lee. Marbury against Canby. Got it. 14 now for Marbury.
He's aggressive, I'm telling you. He makes his team, the New York Knicks team, much better. And then as long as you don't exclude everybody else, and that's been New York's problem a lot of the times with Marbury.
We're coming back. The Nuggets lead by 3.
And welcome back to New York, where the Denver Nuggets lead the New York Knicks 25-22. 2:27 remaining in the first quarter. Hey, we're in the place of stars, so we'll talk about the NBA All-Star Game. 4 Nuggets on the ballot. You can vote once. You can vote 1,275,000 times, as long as you can push the button that many times. Get online at NBA.com, thenuggets.com. You see right there your favorite NBA arena. Hopefully it's at the Pepsi Center. It's a fun thing. Denver's gone too long without having all-stars, legitimate all-star, let alone multiple all-stars. So get online, vote, and vote as often as you can. Downing came out the other day, and I think Melo in the forwards. He's only the leading scorer in the NBA, and yet 4th in voting in the Western Conference.
And he's got career highs in assists and steals. So Marcus Camby off to an all-star start tonight with 10 points, as you see where he is, behind Yao, Stoudemire, and the rest of the game. Don't forget, homestand coming up. You can vote at the arena, of course, or online. Vote for the favorite Nugget of your choice. Marcus Camby, he is determined tonight. He looks as good as he has all season. 12 points in the first quarter for Marcus Camby. Made 4 of 5 shots and all 4 free throws.
Getting aggressive.
27-22, Denver leads. Robinson for 3. And Camby trying to keep it away from David Lee. Hey, you need to secure the basketball around the curly-headed kid from Florida.
Yeah, Malik Rose also. They'll both keep hands all over the basketball.
Nuggets shooting 59% so far. Nate Robinson with the push.
And Nate Robinson, a good look down on the other end for a three. Boykin's trying to keep an eye on Rose. Slipped too far over. Robinson got separation, missed the shot. Gets the foul down here.
First foul on Nate, the 4th team foul. Robinson is 5'9", 180. Former cornerback for the Washington Huskies while he was in college, then making the switch to basketball. This is a great matchup. Boykins and Robinson. Carmelo with 2 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Rose. Nuggets with a 5-point advantage. Marbury and Robinson in the backcourt. Lee, Malik Rose, and Jared Jeffries up front for New York. Marbury has it poked away from behind. J.R. Smith got the poke away. Carmelo. We got a jump ball. Like the aggressive drive to the bucket. And maybe a good play by Jeffries. Looked like he was on top of the basketball here.
Well, get the arm right there. No call. And you see the foul. It wasn't Jeffries. It was, and Rose on the second attempt did foul for sure. This will be a tough win, tough jump ball win right here. I thought maybe Rose could have got called with the reach in.
Marbury out, and he's replaced by Jamal Crawford. Well, Marbury with a scintillating first quarter, 14 points.
People got to know about Dick Bavette and his jump ball. He was the guy against Orlando that threw it up for JR. Wasn't ready. Remember that?
Throws it up very quickly. He does. It doesn't waste time. 10 on the shot clock, 47 on the game clock. David Lee nearly traveled. 2 on the clock. Camby blocks the shot. And a 24-second shot clock violation. 2 blocks for Canby. So Canby playing inspired basketball tonight.
Well, he has been in fuego in this first quarter. This is definitely an all-star performance. Lee with the left hand. Lee going to get called, I think it was David Lee with the foul.
Apparently they're calling it on Nate Robinson. That's 2 on him. So Robinson bumping Earl Boykins. And that sends the NBA's 6th best free throw shooter to the line.
Well, Malik Rose was yelling at one of the officials, and Dick Bavetta doing what he does well. Calms him down, doesn't give him the technical.
Boykins at 90% now, Scotty.
And the Nuggets proud to bring you the perfect holiday stocking stuffer for your favorite sports fan. The Nuggets holiday package, 5 great games. Plus you'll receive a limited edition Carmelo Anthony wall cling and playoff ticket purchasing priority. Nuggets.com, where you can call them 303-405-1212. Nowitzki, McGrady, Davis, Billups, and Kobe. $99. So call that number or get online at Nuggets.com.
Boykins has one more. New York going really small now with Marbury, Crawford, and Robinson in the backcourt. Jeffries and Lee.
George Carlson last night, he thought that's when Doc Rivers went small, kind of affected the game for them in a very positive way.
Nuggets have the biggest lead of the game and the 7 points. Yakuba Diawara has come on. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Marbury and Jeffries. Robinson had plenty of time, could have backed it out for 1. Nuggets have a chance here. Carmelo Anthony, 6 seconds to go. Melo's going up, fires, and that heave will not count. So the Nuggets play a solid first quarter of basketball, Scott.
Yeah, he really did. Listen, you can't have any complaints. Though George probably like to play a little bit better. They're still not first time they've led the first quarter in a number of games.
So after 1, the Nuggets with the lead, 29-22. You're watching Denver Nuggets basketball on Altitude Sports and Entertainment. We are back in beautiful New York City. Had a chance to take in some sights today and have a little lunch. Glad you're with us on Altitude Sports and Entertainment. What a city it is. Along with Scott Hastings, I'm Chris Marlowe. Nuggets never trailed in the first quarter and lead by 7, 29-22. Nuggets shooting 50%. They made all their free throws.
Well, if you get things going, you make the free throws, which they've struggled just a little bit. You know, that obviously in close games helps you. We've talked about it. How about Marbury's quarter? 6 of 8 from Marbury. The rest of the team just 3 of 15.
So we start the second period. Nate Robinson with Crawford. Eddie Curry has come back in. Nuggets have been backed up in the 2-3 zone. It was very effective in that first quarter. Robinson and Diawara steps in and deflects it out of bounds.
Another kid just getting better and better. His shot will come, but defensively he's making moves. He's been put on tough guys, and Isaiah Thomas just got a technical. Robbie Robinson not happy with something Isaiah said, and he's looking at it. Carmelo will shoot the free throw.
Not sure why either, because that really wasn't a contact play down there. It was just a deflection.
But he was talking to him about something, and I don't, obviously, he's talking to the other official. He's pointing to something about the 28-foot mark, that something would happen there or was supposed to happen there.
So Isaiah Thomas teed up. And Carmelo makes the free throw. Robinson, a three-pointer. So Robinson left alone. He's a pretty good three-point shooter. According to the numbers, 34.5%, so you have to guard him out there. Most coaches will tell you that 35% is the Mendoza line for three-point shooters. If you can shoot 35%, that three-point shot is very effective. Boykins over Robinson. So Earl Boykins hits. 32-25 Denver.
And just when we thought Diawara might get up, and they're going to play a little bit of a zone, but Diawara might get up on Crawford some tonight.
Robinson, another three. Got it from the right side this time.
But they're overloaded double side, the big guy and then Robinson. And the problem is you're trying to play a high guy up on the zone. He's too high to get down to the corner.
David Lee under pressure from Nahara. Now Jeffries has it. Nuggets with a 4-point advantage. New York has made 4 of 9 three-pointers. Crawford.
Well, the bench in open, but Carmelo Anthony, they're letting this lead slip just a little bit.
First two-pointer. And the basket counts foul. First 2 points for Crawford, and Carmelo gets 2 and maybe 3 back on the other end.
But he makes a nice little move. Watch this little stutter right there. Just gets the baseline. Kind of the little push. Not much contact. Not called on the weekend. And 3-point opportunity nonetheless.
Yeah, foul was on Jeffries. That's 2. So Curry and Jeffries each with 2.
Let's take a look at our first quarter numbers. Brought to you by Waste Management. Think green, think Waste Management. You see Denver, that 8 for 8 that Chris was talking about a while ago. Big, and turnovers down, which is big as well.
First miss for the Denver Nuggets from the free throw line. Nuggets 9 of 10. Crawford under to Curry. So Nuggets going a little smaller lineup, and the Knicks taking advantage. 34-32 now. The Knicks have cut the Denver lead back to a deuce. Knicks have made all 4 shots here in the period. Carmelo. Nahara volleyballs it out. Both teams playing 2-3 zone tonight. And Boykins is fouled, I think. Boykins goes to the floor.
Jeffries going to be called, I believe, with the trip.
And if it's on Jeffries, that'll be 3. So Jared Jeffries, an important player in the New York scheme of things, with 3 fouls. And he's going to be replaced by crowd favorite Rinaldo Balkman. The 20th pick in the 2000 draft, a surprise pick. An energy guy, high energy guy from South Carolina. He's Eduardo Nahara of the New York Knicks. Boykins, 3-pointer, rebounded by Lee. Lee with 6 rebounds so far.
Inside out, you see going into Curry. They want to start that offense inside to Curry.
And keep your eye on Nate Robinson, who's made 2 3-pointers already. Got a little contact on the far side.
Eddie Curry and Reggie Evans, a big guy, big strong guy, but he gives up about 30 pounds. And you see them trying to bang just a little too much. And in fact, I think Eddie Curry probably closer to 3.
Robinson's going to try his hand again. And that's going to be a loose ball foul on Balkman. We told you this guy's an energy guy. He will go in and pursue every offensive rebound. Not real big, about 6'8", listed at 205.
To me, he's like a small Dennis Rodman type.
A scrawny Rodman.
Scrawny, yeah.
New York 4 or 5. Nuggets made 2 of their 5. Andre Miller back in. Diawara to Evans. Nice pass. And good interior passing by Yakuba Diawara. The bucket to Reggie Evans.
And that's the way the offense is designed to go.
And Boykins will pick up the foul. Trying to stay in front of Nate Robinson. Timeout called here at the Garden. 8:50 to go, second quarter. The Nuggets up by 4. Denver Nuggets and the New York Knicks. Nuggets by 4.
And the one thing they've got to keep an eye on, New York did a good job rebounding. They're up 14-9. David Lee already 6 rebounds in 12 minutes.
Lee into Curry.
Ooh.
And Curry fouled by Reggie Evans. Curry, a massive man. 6'11", 285 out of Thornwood High School in Illinois.
And having his way now that both Nene and Camby on that bench. Reggie Evans a little small. Believe it or not, say Reggie Evans too small for somebody.
Maybe. Second on Evans, third on the team. Of course, Eddie Curry coming over from Chicago in the deal that sent 2 non-protected first-round draft choices to the Chicago Bulls. Now time for our GMC trivia question. GMC, we are professional grade. What is the longest consecutive playoff streak in Knicks history? Scott, you're a former New York Knickerbocker. You should know that. We'll give you that GMC trivia answer a little bit later.
Longest consecutive streak.
Think about it. 36-34. Nuggets trying to get some movement in the zone. Good pass down the middle. Evans is fouled. So Evans got 2 fouls coming. 2 shots coming, I should say. With Lee the foul. 4th team foul on the Knicks. Robinson now out. Now check that. He's just moving into the backcourt. Boy, sometimes Reggie Evans at the free throw line looks smooth, polished. Reggie at 48%. Confidence with the ebb and the flow. But you look what he can do for you. He'll get you some points, and he is a rebounding machine. Oh, 2 sweet ones there. And the Nuggets lead at 38-34. Boykins on Marbury out in front. See if the Nuggets drop back into the zone or they stay man here. Marbury, long 3.
Well, he had a feel in that first quarter, so he's trying to get back in, see if he can get it back.
Underneath, Evans again. So Evans, Curry has to be careful because he's got 2 fouls.
And when that's the case, you take advantage of those guys. You just go right at them.
Miller's got 5 assists already. Nuggets on top by 6. Alley-oop, Curry. Pretty nice pass from the perimeter. Eddie Curry showing some athletic ability. He's got 10 points.
He is a mountain of a man.
Diawara open on the near side. Nahara steps back for a 3. Denver up 40-36. Crawford, 3. Way short, bouncing back out to Marbury. And Marbury hits the 2-pointer. 16 points for Stephon Marbury here in the first half.
Not attacking. When penetration gets by that first level, no one's going up and trying to attack the basketball. They're giving that mid-range jump shot.
Boykins, yes. So Earl Boykins hits a 3. He's got 7 points.
Denver's offense, though, 6:41 left, already with 43 clicking so far in this game.
Andre Miller near steal, but he got an arm. Now Andre Miller picks up the foul. Nene is going to come back in, replacing Eduardo Nahara. So Nene, who had 2 fouls but some good energy minutes, is back in. The bench story, Denver leading New York 13-8. Robinson. And Robinson hits in another 3. Okay, Robinson,
right?
wow.
Leaving him open, too. Really uncontested shots.
Diawara for 3. He swishes one.
16-11. We'll just keep score of the second team.
To give that bench point. Let's get this updated, my friend. Approaching the 6-minute mark. Second quarter. Down the middle to Lee. And Lee banks it off the glass. So David Lee, who grew 7 inches in high school between his freshman and sophomore year. And a 4-year starter.
No one inside the break contesting anything.
46-43, and Nene rams one down.
A great pass by Andre Miller.
6th assist for Miller. Nuggets back up by 5.
People, JD's bait shop back in Denver going crazy on that pass.
Marbury. And Marbury looks like Starbury tonight. 18 points for Stephon Marbury. And a timeout call. I want to say hi to everybody at JD's Bait Shop watching this game on altitude. We're glad you're with us. The Nuggets right now leading 48-45. 5.5 minutes to go. We'll come back. We'll have more for you right after this.
5:28 remains until halftime here in New York, Madison Square Garden. The Nuggets leading the Knickerbockers 48-45. Hey, don't forget, coming up during the holidays, the 26th, 27th, and 28th of December at the Gold Crown Fieldhouse there in Lakewood, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. will be the 2006 Bill Hansley Holiday Hoops Camp. It's presented by the Denver Nuggets and Sports Authority. Now, if you're going to go out of town right after the holidays and you can get your kid in there for a day or 2 days, it's $30 a day, $90 for all 3 days. For more information, or if you want to register, get on goldcrownfoundation.com or call them 303-773-1442. Great camp. I've had an opportunity with Bill a couple times to coach it, and so it's a great chance.
5:28 on Marbury's layup. Denver comes up with the ball. I don't want to kill the fast break.
Right.
I'm allowing 5
Dick
seconds.
Bavetta talking to
5
us.
seconds off the game clock and 5 seconds off the 20.
All right, the explanation from Dick Bavetta.
Do you want to say hello to the folks back in Denver, Dick?
Yeah, congratulations, everybody. Happy holidays to my family back in Denver.
There you go.
All right, Dick.
Dick Bavetta.
Hey, Dick, let's get a win tonight.
No, don't say
No,
that.
I'm kidding.
Is he the best? He was explaining after the shot they'd actually gone to break at 5:28, and the clock did not start as the Nuggets brought it up. It's at 19 here, so obviously 5 should have been taken off the game clock. He noticed that, he took it off the clock. So just a heads-up play, little 5 seconds taken off the clock.
Nuggets shooting 57% for the game. Nice pass, Nene. And Andre Miller, another assist.
And it was start with Evans, who made a great cut first, who opened up the lane, and then they just followed him. These guys are playing well in tandem offensively against that zone.
8 dishes for Andre Miller. Now Carmelo Anthony trying to keep the ball away from Marbury. It's an interesting matchup. Backdoor Marbury.
Oh,
and the tip in, no basket.
And I think that's
offensive basket interference.
And I think that's a good call. Any part of the ball, and Isaiah Thomas, he doesn't like it. He's already got one technical. David Lee always around there. Remember, no part of the basketball can be over that cylinder, and that cylinder goes all the way up. And that's right, Jimmy, all the way up to the top of the arena.
David Lee, 7 rebounds so far in 15 minutes. Nuggets lead by 5, 50-45. Done a very good job against this. Looks like to be a kind of a soft 2-3 by New York.
Still need cutters. You need guys either from high to low or low to high.
Diawara, yes! Yakuba Diawara hits the big 3 there. So Diawara with the bucket. 4.5 minutes to go. The Nuggets have once again equaled their biggest lead. 3 on the clock, and Nene looked like he had the ball, but he's going to be called for the foul. So the shot clock running down, and Eddie Curry.
Third foul on Nene, but you know, this is his first start. He's getting back used to having to play this game. I thought a good block. I think they called him on the baseline. Curry, after he set out most of the first quarter because of foul trouble, has come back and starting to give the Denver a lot of trouble. Here's that cut a while ago. Reggie Evans goes through. He takes Curry, and then just right behind him comes Nene for the easy two. But the cut by Nene because Evans cleared the way.
Curry with his first miss, 4 out of 5, now 4 out of 6 is Marcus Camby, who had 12 points in 12 minutes in his first stint back in.
By the way, Denver in these 53 points, shooting 59%, 14 assists, and only 3 turnovers.
Ball poked out of Carmelo's hand. Now, lots of opportunities for other Nuggets besides Carmelo because he's getting double teamed at every touch. 53-45 Denver, 4:10 to go. Canby's been hot. And Marbury with the loose ball foul. So Andre Miller had inside position. They'll call the foul on Marbury. His first.
This may be free throws, I believe, over the bonus mark for Denver.
Yeah, Knicks out of fouls.
Isaiah just pointed that out as well. So, hey, it's a 5-2 on these fouls.
Now Andre Miller to the line for 2.
Hey guys, it's that time again, December 22nd, right for holiday. Listen, it's the last time to get out of the house. Coors Light Guys Night Out. Nuggets will take on the Sacramento Kings. Always a good game when the Kings come to town. $49, you and a buddy, 2 tickets, 2 Coors Lights, and the first 5,000 are going to get a free Nuggets ski hat. 303-405-1111, or log on to Ticketmaster.com for Coors Guys Night Out.
Nuggets have scored 7 unanswered points, Scotty, and they have their biggest lead of 10. 55-45. Just under 4 minutes to go, second quarter. David Lee, pretty good pass and a foul. So Jeffrey's going to get to the line here. David Lee pretty effective from the high post. And Jeffrey's the recipient.
Well, the zone on the lower guys, you cannot, and see everybody, and I always hate as a coach to call defenses zones, because to me, guys in their minds decided, well, that means I get to just stand here. and they do at times. And instead, you have to be more active in a zone, I think, than man. And that time the baseline not active.
Eddie Curry with the power, and the Nuggets can't clear it. Now they do. Chance for the break. Andre Miller. Got it. So Miller with 4 points in a row.
No one going to stop you. You got to take it to the rim.
J.R. Smith back in for Yakuba Diawara. Diawara hit 2 big 3-pointers for 6 points. Curry fouled again. So Nuggets having problems with big, beefy Eddie Curry. So 2 fouls on Eduardo Najera. Let's go back to Andre Miller.
And Dre coming right at us a moment ago. See, Crawford's on one side, Marbury was on the other, and neither one of them collapsed and said, okay, I'm going to stop the basketball.
Knicks are 5 of 8 from the free throw line. And Curry's taken 7 of them. He's made 5 of 7.
Pretty good for him.
Not bad, real good. Nuggets unofficially shooting 71% in the second quarter. Officially, I'm told by our official. Underneath, nice pass, and Camby rams it home. Contact. No call. 59-49 Denver. 14 points for Marcus Camby.
Camby wanted to foul on Curry, no call.
Curry bottled up by Najera. And Camby out to Marbury. And Marbury a chance for a conventional 3-point play.
Robbie Robinson hits about his 5th one on both ends, calling 3-point plays on drives.
Marbury's made 9 of 12 shots, on his way to 20 points. Going to step aside for a moment. Just under 3 minutes to go until halftime. The Nuggets leading the Knicks by 8. Back in New York at the Garden. And there's the hat of New York's biggest fan. Of course, that is Spike Lee, the renowned director, maker of films. As we show you what's on top, presented by GMC, the Washington Wizards coming back. Another revenge game for the Denver Nuggets. And then Steve Nash and the Phoenix Suns hit town on Wednesday. You're looking for a high-scoring affair. That could be in the 150s. And then the Sacramento Kings Friday night. Courtside and the locker room report for every game. And, of course, the Denver Nuggets have a nice Little homestand coming up. They play their next 5 at home. They have 10 of 12. And if they can get the win tonight, Scott, a chance to really get some momentum when they get back to the Pepsi Center.
It's big. Like you said, 10 of 12. And you get on some kind of hot streak, get things going, get all the dust settling from all this stuff that's been going on around the league, and start to either make up ground, open up room, whatever you want to call it.
Marbury numbers solid here in the first half, 20 points. What's impressive, what the Nuggets have done. They've done it from all different guys. Carmelo Anthony with only 11 points. But the Andre Millers, the Canbys, the Nenes, the Diawaras, the J.R. Smiths all scoring well. 61-51 Denver. Crawford for 3. Melo with a rebound. A lot of woos going on. Guys ahead of the pack. Andre Miller peering inside. Nahara.
Boy, I tell you, Eddie Curry is doing absolutely everything he can to avoid a foul, and I think they're helping him. Well, body right there. I thought he fouled Camby. Crawford's going to travel. I thought he fouled Camby while going to dunk. And Eddie Curry cannot pick up his 3rd foul.
Maybe instead of trying to go around him, you got to bang into it.
But watch the body. You go by him, and he's moving. See, he's chesting you. And when a 300-pound guy chests you, that's a chest.
7 turnovers, and Nahara is fouled. 7 turnovers for the Knicks. Nuggets just 3 turnovers, so they've been very careful with the basketball.
Another good cut, and Eduardo, the one thing he has done so well against zones in the half-court offense is that cutting, and he knows through history that when he does, Carmelo, if open, will give him the basketball.
2 fouls on Marbury and Eduardo Nahara, who's shooting 74%. Before he got sick, he was shooting 84%. And he missed those 5 that one night he played with the flu. And trying to work his way back up. The Nuggets are going to extend their biggest lead to 12 points. 63-51 with 1:55 to go. Interesting, the Nuggets look like they start man-to-man and then they just shift back into the zone. Curry and the foul on Carmelo Anthony.
See, that's Carmelo's man. The ball shifted over because of the illegal defense rules, if you will. Camby has to get out of the lane. See, and he's got Lee. Melo lets Curry, who's a big guy, get in front of him. And as strong as Carmelo is, not strong enough to stop Curry.
Curry, after making 5 of his first 7, starting to go askew at the free throw line as Reggie Evans' uniform, we should probably point it out as he replaces Eduardo Nahara.
Keeps losing letters.
It looks like, yeah, part of the Reggie Evans, or part of the Evans has tried to show you that. As Curry makes 1 of 2.
He's down to an E on the back of his jersey. He is down to an E. He had an E&S a while ago.
Yeah, he needs a consonant and a couple of vowels as Marcus Camby hammers one home. Where's Vanna White when you need one? 65-52, 16 points for Marcus Camby. By far his best first half of the year. Curry doubled out to Crawford. Crawford throws up a terrible shot. Rebound Evans. Out to JR, and he can't get there.
Only the 4th turnover.
He's going to lose the E on his jersey. He keeps doing that.
E left. E for error on that pass, but watch how far he throws that. Just kind of curved on him. If it's out in front of JR, I think he catches it.
So the Nuggets and George Karl enjoying a 13-point lead here in the first half. Nuggets trying to get off to a good start tonight, and they did, leading by 7 at the end of the quarter.
Now, once again, there's always reasons why things happen. Carmelo had posted up, and everybody's watching Carmelo, focusing on him, and then all of a sudden, boom, here comes the back guy, and that's Camby in that last one.
Andre Miller, sensational here in the first 24 minutes with 10 assists. Andre 3rd in the NBA in assists. And now Reggie Evans has lost all the letters. So he did get the E for error on that pass, Scotty. It just came off.
Where'd the E go? Oh, did they take the E off?
Egads.
He gets one back now in the second half for every rebound.
1 minute to go, first half. Nuggets trying to prevent the 3-ball. 8 seconds on the clock. Jamal Crawford. And Curry wasn't expecting it. I wasn't either. I thought Crawford was going up. He looks a little tentative about shooting tonight.
Yeah, a different guy than we saw in Denver. Eddie Curry, though, I will say this, he gets on his teammates quite a bit.
The 8th turnover for New York. Curry just 1 of 6, so maybe that's why he's a little bit tentative. Carmelo tries to sneak through, and Evans comes up with a loose ball. 10 on the shot clock. Reggie coming back in. Spins. Yes. Hey, Reggie Evans. He doesn't need a name on his back.
Good up and under move. We used to call that the old okie doke. Curry still doesn't want to foul. Lets Evans lay it in. Remember, this Knicks team was down 28 to Boston the other day, and the Opens came back.
Camby got the block. Ahead is JR. Look out below. And the pass is out of bounds. Melo had the right idea. It looked like Reggie Evans slowed down just a bit.
Well, it's a 3-and-1. The ball should have probably gone to J.R. Smith, who was running that left lane.
Nuggets shooting 62% tonight, 74% here in the second quarter. Final 5 seconds. Curry. Basket counts foul. No, 15 points for Curry. Nuggets will have one more opportunity. Marty Collins is going to come in for the final 3 seconds and replace Jarrett Jeffrey. So Marty Collins, the 29th pick in this year's draft, replaces Jeffries. And the Nuggets can scramble up one more shot here.
It's about the, fourth or fifth three-point opportunity, foul and one opportunity this first half for New York.
Curry coming up short. Nuggets with a chance here. Carmelo's got to launch. It'll count if it goes. And that will do it. So the Denver Nuggets, solid first half. The Nuggets, after one half of play, lead 67-54. You're watching Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for Nuggets basketball all season long. Now let's send it in, Julie.
Marlon, Scott Hastings, and Scott, I'm sure you wish maybe, I mean, you're enjoying a good game, but maybe you were back at JD's Bait Shop?
Julie, we can't really hear you here at Madison Square Garden at courtside, but the Rockettes just left us. Chris, formerly employed by the Rockettes, by the way. Scott Hastings, Chris Marlowe, we were just making fun. Joe, we're sitting here covering a great basketball game. Joe's complaining about being with the Coors Light girls at JD's Bait Shop.
He's got the Coors Light girls. I've got Scott Hastings.
And you love every minute of it.
That's right. Hey, how about those Nuggets in the first half? Played very well. They had to go up against Stephon Marbury, who had maybe one of his best halves ever.
Well, coming off the game last night, obviously kind of struggling to shoot the basketball, not really shooting the basketball. He came out in that first quarter and was on fire. I mean, he was looking to do stuff. He was 6 of 8 at 14 points. Finishes the half with 20, but he has been impressive, as Eddie Curry has. But for Denver, how about Marcus Camby? I mean, he is doing absolutely everything. 16 points, 3 blocks, 4 rebounds. He's 6 of 7 shooting, and that was an in and out, but Denver got the ball back. Marcus Camby came back to play where he once played for the New York Knicks and is showing people how to do it.
Nuggets bugaboo the last 4 games, not winning the first quarter. They did that tonight, 29-22, shooting 60% for the half. Made 4 of 8 three-pointers, and the free throw shooting, as Doug Moe would say, that's the way to win the ball game.
Well, and I think that's the biggest point. Even last night, if they make free throws at that clip they're doing there, they win last night at Boston.
All right, we're coming back. Can the Nuggets grind out a win here in New York? We'll see. Third quarter. Back at Madison Square Garden, nice crowd on hand. The Nuggets with a 13-point halftime lead. Let's give you some cold, hard facts brought to you by Coors Light. Let's send it over. Scott standing by with Mike Dunlap. Scott. Well, apparently we're having some audio difficulties with that particular microphone, and we will try to get that fixed as quickly as possible. The Nuggets leading by 7 at the end of the first quarter, extended the lead to 13 at the end of the second quarter. I'm now rejoined by Scott Hastings. Tell me what you talked about with Mike Dunlap.
Well, first of all, they liked what they did. And he said if Carmelo is going to get doubled all night, we'll continue to pass out of that double team like he did in that first half. Other guys are stepping up and scoring. And not be satisfied defensively. Go out to win this basketball game. Don't be conservative. And Coach Dunlap, I asked him also then about cutters. He said, guys are coming in there. It's that second guy. He said Nahara did a good job. Evans did a good job. And he really thought Yakuba played well tonight also.
All right, the Denver Nuggets, who have lost 3 of their last 4, trying to get this last one in New York and go home on a winning note. The New York Knicks, who lost last night in Indiana, just a game and a half behind New Jersey and Boston in the Atlantic Division. The Atlantic Division is woeful. New Jersey and Boston both 9-13, although Boston's a pretty good team, as the Nuggets found out last night. Toronto, New York, and Philly. Okay, we're set to go. If you just joined us, of course, Nene getting the start tonight for the Denver Nuggets at the power forward spot, and he has responded very well.
Got a little foul trouble, but I thought did some things solid. Didn't shoot the ball great, but okay. But he was a brute in there, and Curry got in foul trouble in that first quarter. Second quarter, kind of stayed out of that trouble and was fairly impressive. 15 points at halftime.
The Nuggets, statistically, a better rebounding team than New York, but not tonight so far. The Knicks out rebounding the Nuggets 20-17. Look at that. New York with 8 offensive rebounds, so that's something that has to stop. Marcus Camby returning to his old stomping grounds. And a former New York Knick was sensational in that first half with 16 points in 18 minutes. Now the first rebound, Andre Miller.
See, just the size is a better matchup for Denver defensively with Nene in there on Curry.
And we get a 3-second violation.
Yeah, good call. He wanted the basketball. Carmelo didn't give it to him right away. Waited till Andre cleared, and then didn't get that right foot all the way out of the hoop or out of the lane.
Marbury and Jeffries, Crawford, Curry, and Channing Frye, the starters here in the second half for the New York Knicks.
Well, there's a rock and a hard place going on down in the lane.
Marbury. And Marbury hits. Boy, he's looked good tonight. One of the better guards in the league maybe 5 years ago. 22 points for Marbury. He's made 10 of 13 shots. Steve Francis unable to play tonight because of a sore knee. He's going to be out for a couple more weeks. Andre Miller amongst the trees, and he's got it. Talk about third effort there for Andre Miller.
And he got the first rebound. He quick jumped. I mean, just quick jump before everybody got up there, got the rebound, got it blocked, and then just stayed with it. And once again, Dick Bavetta stop and play because of some clock issues. Well, a shot comes up, bump, no call, down. Look, he just got up quick before everybody. Fryer, Marbury blocked it, but then got it right back and put it in.
Tremendous effort by Andre Miller. So Dick Bavetta will chat it over with people at the scorer's table. Nuggets with a couple of offensive rebounds at that particular end. Of course, remember the Nuggets just with 1 offensive rebound in that first half. Of course, you shoot 60%, you're not going to have a lot of offensive rebounds.
Well, the other official, not to interrupt your point right there, Robbie Robinson is getting his gear that controls the 24-second clock. I don't know if it was taken away. I think they take it back. Maybe we're going to do some replay because I think the clock it is activated through coach's whistles. You see him trying to get his shirt tucked back in.
Trying to get his pants up.
Yeah, activated on the ref's whistles. His was doing something funny, and so they had to take that unit away. They'll probably go back and try to replace that.
69-56, Denver with a lead. Marbury trying to get the ball into Jeffries. Nuggets defending it well. And the steal by Miller. There goes JR. Alley-oop. Melo, yes! Melo throws one down, and he's got 13 points.
JR so unselfish, especially on that break when Carmelo was running that other wing.
Eddie Curry stolen by Miller. And then Marbury watches his buddy Crawford get it back. Now Marbury for three.
That's a soccer foot right there. Nene, a good soccer player. He got that thing out there quick. There's a steal. Tries to go along with it out to JR, who just leaves it up by the rim for his buddy Carmelo.
Balanced scoring attack for Denver tonight. Hasn't been all Melo. Curry banging inside. Crawford. Now Curry tries Nene, and he travels.
See, and that is the difference. And he's had two tough moves in there. Missed a shot and turnover right there, because Nene's strength is different than anybody else on the Denver Nuggets. So he's able to keep a body and then jump with him. See, there's no separation because Nene's strength can match Curry's.
Knicks already with 3 turnovers here in the first couple of minutes. Carmelo gets the deflection back, and he scores! And one. So Carmelo Anthony showing persistence.
A couple forced shots. The first one right there in between two guys. Curry affected just by his size, but then stays in, jumps into Curry, gets the call, and this time gets the bounce.
Third foul on Eddie Curry. And Carmelo Anthony, who has 6 career 40-point games now, as he completes the three-point play at a season-high 42 at Boston last night. Had 37 in the first meeting with New York. Largest lead of the game. Denver Nuggets up by 18. Boy, Camby motivated to play tonight. He has been very, very good.
Well, 4 fouls on Nene, so you got to watch that right now. Camby going to switch over on Curry. They're going to maybe try to post up Fry.
Jamal Crawford with 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Camby. Camby, the NBA's 6th best rebounder. Crawford is just 1 of 7 from the field tonight. Carmelo knows he's too quick, and he hits the jumper.
See, if you don't double team him and you play off of him, because no one wants to get beat on that drive to the basket dunk, he has that the ability to hit that 15-foot jump shot.
Melo's got 7 points here in the third quarter, 18 in the game. Nuggets up by 20 points. That's their largest. It'll be Knick basketball.
See, watch Jared Jeffries. He's going to guard him. Watch jab. No one's coming jab. Watch how far Jeffries jumps off of him. There's no way in a scorer's mind that's going to affect him, and so he just pulls up and hits that 15-footer.
Jared, let's check that. Channing Frye goes out, and David Lee replaces him. Lee was the energy guy for the Knicks in the first half. Frye has done nothing so far. 0 of 3 shooting, no points, no rebounds. Nene.
When Nene gets that thing out, looks long for that outlet.
Right to Melo. Second ever, yes. So the Nuggets beating the Knicks at the punch now. Or beating them to the punch is maybe a better way to say it. And the crowd doesn't like it here.
New York's going to take a timeout. The one complaint that this team had has been no defense. That's what Jimmy the stat guy tells me.
An 11-0 scoring run for the Denver Nuggets. Andre Miller orchestrating, and Carmelo Anthony finishing. Nuggets by 22. Apple. And boy, was the Big Apple teeming with folks tonight on the way here. Wow, you have never seen so many people out Christmas shopping. I'm Chris Marlowe with Scott Hastings. Carmelo Anthony has 9 points here in the third quarter. Nuggets are on a 11-0 scoring run, and they have their biggest lead of the game, 78-56. The Knicks have gone dead in the water offensively, and the Nuggets tearing them up on the defensive end. Curry. And off his foot, the foul on Miller. Boy, the ball rolled right to David Lee. How lucky can you get?
Right through the legs. Got to get on the weak side. You don't want to be behind people, especially in a zone opposite ball. Got to get inside. Always be inside.
2 fouls on Miller. And we got a 3-second violation on Curry. So Curry got stuck in the key, and Camby wouldn't let him out. So the Knicks turn it over. Nuggets on this road trip lost at Dallas, beat Atlanta, and then dropped games to Washington and Boston.
I don't think played as good in any of the 3 games, the losses or the win against Atlanta.
Yeah, this has been the best effort so far. Camby under to Nene. Out to Carmelo. Inside out, as Scott Hastings likes to point out. And that's usually a winner.
Yeah. But guys are square because you're square to the basket. I think it's easier to shoot.
13 in a row now for Denver. And more could be coming. Camby. And wisely giving the ball to Andre Miller. Miller's stats tonight, very, very good. Still with 10 assists. And 8 points.
Saw a little boy in the stands kind of sitting behind us, came down on the bench. Said he grew up in Brooklyn, but he's a Nuggets fan because he watched Carmelo in college. He said, he had the accent. I'm not going to do the accent. I'm going to be a Nuggets fan as long as Carmelo's there. Had the Nuggets jersey on.
And J.R. Smith held in the post by Marbury. Three on Marbury.
See, a lot of holding and pushing, trying to get JR the basketball. A lot of bumping, grinding.
Carmelo again. Oh, Carmelo very, very good from the perimeter tonight. And suddenly Carmelo has 24 points. 13 here in the third quarter.
But he was patient. Now all of a sudden they're not doubling him. He's taking his shots within the confines or context of the offense.
Robinson. Oh, and a block by Nene. So Robinson inside. He might be able to work his magic against Yao Ming, but not against Nene.
And George said this 2 nights ago, that he's trying to figure out what they can be with Nene, how to use him, how to start an offense and do things with him. You know, he's getting himself acclimated defensively also.
That pass out of bounds. Knicks' problems mounting. Just 2 points here in the quarter. They've had 4 turnovers. Marbury. And Camby blocks it. Oh, was that Nene again?
Nope, Camby.
That was Camby.
4th block, I believe, in the game for Marcus Camby.
You know, it's amazing when you have Nene and Camby in there. You've got size. You've got a different kind of Nuggets team now with 6'11" Marcus Camby and 6'11" Nene.
Well, you've got the bulk. You know, you got the Incredible Hulk and Superman, or Spider-Man, if you will. I mean, you got one guy that's going to bang and hit and hammer people like Nene has done, and then also Marcus, who I think is a better off-the-ball defender, just like we saw right there.
Absolutely. Well, Marbury has it. The Knicks really struggling here. Now bring it out to Jeffries. Not a noted, and he traveled. So everything going wrong for the Knicks right now. And give credit to the Denver Nuggets for forcing the action. And the boos raining down here at the Garden.
And I see Camby 6th in the NBA in block shots. He's having one of those blow-up games.
Nuggets are still on a 15-0 scoring run. Carmelo over Lee.
Even when he's missed, he's not missing bad right now.
Marbury out to Robinson. Marbury's on the line for a 2. Got it. Well, Stephon Marbury and Eddie Curry, the 1-2 punch tonight. Marbury's got 25. Curry's got 15. But the rest of the squad, not so many. So that was a 2-pointer. They're going to change that back. Marbury's now got 24 as officially a 2 instead of a 3. 82-58 Denver.
So a lot of time in this quarter, a lot of time in the game. Don't want to get conservative or get lazy.
And Nene with the 4 fouls has to let Curry go. 82-60. 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Nice pass under to Camby. Carmelo Anthony. If you haven't really watched him, he is such a gifted passer. Yeah. And if there are targets, he will hit them.
See, and George said this earlier, he didn't mind 1 or 2 bad shots from a guy like him if everybody else is still getting involved. Fry hits a jump shot from the corner.
Channing Frye's first basket tonight. And the Nuggets run it right back. So a racehorse kind of basketball game now that really seems to favor the Denver Nuggets.
And that right there shows you can run even on a made shot, but you got to force yourself to do that.
Carmelo Anthony with 26 now. They're going to count the basket. So see if they give Robinson a 3. I believe it was.
Well, this is about 2 seconds after the foul.
It's a two-pointer. Two-pointer.
Hand was already up before Robinson. If you saw Dick McVeigh on the baseline, the hand was already up in the air before he even went his motion to shoot.
A foul called on J.R. Smith. That's his first.
He was fighting Fry going down to the post. And so Robinson said, well, I'll just go ahead and shoot the ball. But
Nene gets a rest, and Channing Frye, who had a sensational a season ago, as we mentioned, had that sprained ankle. He's just been not playing well. He's mentioned in a number of trade rumors earlier. A lot of people trying to pry Channing Frye away from the Knicks a year ago. There's not that interest this season. 4.5 minutes to play in the third. Nuggets up by 21. And Carmelo Anthony is doing some damage here in the third period.
But it's nothing forced. He's not forcing anything.
Got 17 in the quarter. No, it's been an easy 17. Not forced at all. 28 in the game for Melo. And Marbury will have it out here on the near side. The foul called on Marcus Camby, just his first. Robinson. And Curry. And the follow by Channing Frye. Camby. And Camby just lighting it up. And he's got that look on his face like, I can't miss.
No, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
Sure
8 of 9.
20 points for Camby. And Channing Frye foul going to the goal. Fouls on Nahara. Don't forget the Nuggets back in action on Monday when the Washington Wizards come to town. We'll be on the air at 6:30 p.m. Another revenge game for the Nuggets. Eddie Curry out now.
You know, if I could be so bold as to speak for
Go ahead.
George.
Yes.
He didn't want any more of these revenge games. He wants those guys to start instigating. He wants to be those guys that people want to take revenge out on them. And I think so does this team. But they've had some tough outings against teams that you think when the dust settles, the Denver will be much, much better there.
I think George Karl would tell you that the Nuggets are still trying to find their identity, and obviously getting Nene back and healthy is a certain story for the Nuggets to blend in all the players that they have on their roster. Nuggets 16 of 17 tonight.
Yeah, when you press, and that's what the Knicks did, you cannot run away from the basketball.
David Lee. And now the Knicks going to press all the way here. 90 to 70, and why not? See if the Nuggets can make them pay here, and Andre Miller travel.
See, you got a trap in the corner, and three people. Here's what traps do. I'm open. Yeah, but there's two guys, you're 30 yards away. You think you're open because you're standing by yourself. The defense wants you to kick the ball out into those lanes, and they're going to run right through them, just like you saw. Not Fry, but I think it was Jeffries just a while ago, too.
So George Karl puts in Earl Boykins, a terrific ball handler, for the last 3:35 of the period. So Miller and Boykins, Carmelo, Canby, and Nahara. Marbury. Nice pass by Marbury.
Cannot stand on the outside of the zone.
See how the Nuggets handle it. And a foul. So the next foul.
So you got one guy parallel with you, which is fine. And that's going to bring up the opposite wing guy or guard. And then that black guy's got to flash right to the middle, and then you're going to have layups on the other end.
Foul was called on Jeffries, his fourth. Channing Frye with 8 quick points here in the third period, so he's been pretty good.
Only the third Knick team foul.
Double team down the middle of Nahara. Canby, yes. Beautiful passing by the Denver Nuggets.
Well, great pass by Carmelo, and then a super pass by Eduardo to Marcus.
Marcus now 9 of 10 shooting, 22 points. Jeffries for 3. Well, Jared Jeffries hits the 3. Knicks playing with a little more enthusiasm now. 92-75. Under to Camby, tipped away.
Defense dictating right now.
We got a charging foul. David Lee on the pass off. That's a good call. Andre Miller had set up position, and the crowd doesn't like it. I haven't liked a lot of things tonight. Coming back, 2.5 minutes to go. Third period, 92-75 Denver. We're back at the Garden. The Nuggets leading the Knicks 92-75. Let's take a look at some Melo moves from the new Jumpman Melo M3 signature shoes, brought to you by Jordan Brand. Elevate your game.
A solid night for Carmelo Anthony. That double team is still being double teamed pretty much all night. He's knocked the shots down when he's open, 13 of 23. 27, I believe he has. It's been a solid night for Carmelo Anthony. He's done a good job passing the basketball out of a lot of these double teams.
That's 17 in the quarter. Of course, those shoes are available everywhere now. And Carmelo Anthony having a very solid outing.
This group that's in with New York was down 28 to Boston just a couple of nights ago and cut the thing down to, I believe, 2. And it was these presses and these traps, getting them to play at a different pace, got them back in the game in the fourth quarter. Denver 7 turnovers in this third quarter, and I think 3 of the last 4 or 5 possessions. That should have been a foul, no call.
Out to Carmelo. And Channing Frye rebounds. The biggest lead was 82-56, a 26-point advantage. And the Knicks are hot. 92-78, a 14-point advantage. 27 for Marbury.
Get to the middle, and it's a fast break.
Carmelo. And they call a jump ball.
See, here's what happens, and people say, oh, you're just making this up, you're homer. Okay, whatever, that's fine. But here's what happens. All of a sudden, you get in a little run. You get a couple turnovers. All of a sudden, you start playing into the hands of the Knicks and the crowd. The officials get in that mode also. And then all of a sudden, you get no calls.
Robinson. Knicks are down by 12 now. A 24-10 New York run. Crowd is alive and back in it.
Well, turnovers, quick shots. Another turnover. 8 turnovers in this quarter. Now Denver's standing around offensively. No one coming to the ball. All you got to do against a zone and a trap is flash from behind. A man goes double. You flash from behind to the middle. You don't panic, and then you attack the basket.
Andre Miller replaced by J.R. Smith. The Knicks doing some damage with Nate Robinson and Stephon Marbury.
Told you, this is the group, this kind of youth group in Marbury.
Channing Frye. And there's David Lee again. Now David Lee inside. And the lead is 10.
Still third quarter.
Boykin's trying to avoid the double team.
See, now it's 10 seconds. You've not had any concept of offense because of the traps.
Down the middle, Maharaj shot blocked but a foul. And apparently they're not calling a reaction play anymore on a technical foul because David Lee jumped out of his suit up and down on that play. So apparently that's not part of it. Watch David Lee, 42. If you see it at the end of this play, watch him at the end of this. That's not a technical in the new school of officiating.
Now Frye gets the left arm. You see the left arm, grabs it, and that's what the official sees. But you're right, and you know, whether it was an edict passed down, hey, let's back off a little bit, or don't want to make the home crowd upset.
Remember, the Nuggets had a 15-0 run in the quarter. Despite that, New York has outscored the Nuggets by 1.
Now they're even, right?
Now it's 1. 82, make it 94-82 Denver.
Yeah, 13-point lead at half to 12. It was, what, 26?
26-point lead. Marbury. Knicks are going to want the goal. I don't think they'll get it. Now, it's interesting on a play like that. I don't believe that Camby will get credit for a block shot, but if he doesn't do it, if he doesn't make that block, that ball probably goes in.
There's a good chance.
Marbury's got a season high 27. And he's done it within the framework of the offense. Remember, Larry Brown used to talk about the kind of offense that Marbury would provide. But he's been good. 12 to 17, that's 71%. Everybody else on the Knicks shooting 40%.
There's a trap.
The Nuggets can just get out of the trap. They can get some layups at the other end. J.R. Smith for three.
But doing everything is zone, and I heard Rick Pitino talk about what pressure defense, full court pressure defense does. One, it creates turnovers, but two, it creates a pace a team doesn't want to shoot at or play at, and forces bad shots in the right situations for the defense.
Knicks shooting 57% here in the third quarter. 8 seconds to go. Robinson. Robinson's going up, and Camby blocks it.
Now, a little bit unselfish. Marbury telling him they was open for the three. He's got to pass it.
Ronaldo Balkman is going to come in. Marbury complaining because he didn't get the ball on that last play. He was motioning for Robinson to throw it over to him. 5 blocks for Marcus Camby.
Yep. Nice job by New York getting himself back in the ballgame.
And the shot is too late. Well, Boykins with the attempt. It came too late. Well, that was an entertaining third quarter of basketball. A 28-12 run to end the quarter. That was after the Nuggets had scored 15 in a row. Melo had 17 in the third. We're headed to the fourth quarter. The Nuggets leading 94-84. You're watching Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for Nuggets basketball all season long. City, the city that never sleeps. We're at Madison Square Garden. Glad to have you with us on Altitude Sports and Entertainment. I'm Chris Marlowe with Scott Hastings. The third quarter was a doozy. New York Knicks outscoring the Nuggets 30-27. That was like the first half of the quarter went to the Nuggets, second half to the Knicks, Scotty.
Now, it really was. And it started with the press. And what Denver did late in that quarter was to try and attack 3 against 2, or right in this case, 4 against 3.
J.R. Smith. And he'll have a couple of free throws coming.
And that is exactly, well, not exactly, but that's how, in principle, you beat the press. Once you get it by the first initial 3 guys, 4 guys, that means once you get it past it, it's a fast break. It's a 3-on-2. It's a 2-on-1. Whatever.
It's a layup drill.
Well, it could be, and that, but Denver stopped attacking the press, and they played into New York's hand late in that quarter.
J.R. Smith converts. Now the Nuggets have made 19 of 20 free throws. As you look at the statistics through 3 quarters, interestingly, in the first game between the Nuggets and the Knicks, the Nuggets were leading by 10, just as they are tonight, or they were, 83-73.
And got up by 14 early in that fourth quarter.
He couldn't close the door. No, Marbury with Jeffries, Channing, Fry. That shot way off the mark. That was the worst shot the Knicks have taken in the last 6 minutes.
Playing Jeffries on the perimeter one-on-one.
Carmelo looking for the cutter. And he's got it. So Carmelo Anthony scoring within the framework tonight. 30 points on 14 of 26.
Do you want to talk about how good Marbury is? J.R. Smith jumped him on the outlet pass, and he was able to get the ball down and not travel. And I'm telling you, about 90% of the guards in this league travel and lose the basketball there.
He's a tremendous athlete. Lead to Fry. And they follow by Jeffries. So the Nuggets without Marcus Camby and without Nene in the game, going smaller, or smallish, I should say. There's a block by Fry. Here comes Robinson. And Robinson fouled. Out on the perimeter by Earl Boykins.
Small lineup for the Denver Nuggets right here, and really you can see what New York wants to do with this group, and they're going to even get bigger now with Curry, but they're just attacking rim, and you got three guys, Evans, Eduardo, and Anthony, probably more accustomed to the small forward, maybe the power forward position. Going to have to play real big with Curry, Fry, and James and Lee in there.
Jeffrey sits down. Curry's back in. Reggie trying to hold him out of the post. Wow, a 3-second violation. So why they were grappling, and Reggie Evans, well, he may be the strongest Nugget, and he is having trouble with Eddie Curry.
Well, he was maybe before Nene got back in playing, but they're both, brutes. Like I said a while ago, when Curry and Nene were banging, that was the Rock and the Hard Place meeting.
That's Hulk Hogan and Triple H, or The Rock and Triple H. Of course, Curry has trouble with Curry some of the time. Boykins has got 2 fouls. He steps back, a 2-pointer. And Channing Frye has played very well here in the second half, despite being out for a number of games with that sprained ankle. 98-86 Denver. Robinson.
Oh, got a rebound. Lee keeps it alive. We told you in the pregame that this guy is always around the basketball, leading scorer, leading rebound, only plays 20 minutes a game.
Got 9 rebounds already, and the alley-oop to Curry is good. Oh, the Nuggets having some problems with the press and having some problems with the Knicks, who have turned it up. Second chance points, a non-story tonight. Both numbers matching up. Here comes Carmelo, and Carmelo foul.
Not an answer for that. Not sure whether to hedge or not. And Melo looking like he's going to go one way, crosses up to the other way.
Third foul on Channing Frye. And another look at Curry with that nice alley-oop. Now Carmelo Anthony has made 2 of 3. He's got the only miss tonight for the Denver Nuggets. Only miss in the entire game. 21 of 22 now for Denver. Now Jarrett Jeffrey is going to come back in, replacing David Lee. Wow, David Lee has been very effective. 9 rebounds, 8 points.
What, 22, 23 minutes?
Carmelo, 2 of 2.
Ooh, near turnover. Eduardo kind of pressured the ball.
Nuggets scrambling a little bit. You wonder why the Knicks don't play like this all the time. Crawford. JR's got it. Nuggets with a 3-on-3. J.R. Smith. Pop it out to Boykins for 3. Got it!
Inside out. The transition 3 into the paint. Everybody claps to the basket, and then Boykins hits a big one.
Nuggets have made 5 of 10 from 3-point land, which is outstanding.
See if they don't try to slow this down and get Curry inside somewhere.
Mello the near steal. And now the Knicks with defensive pressure from the Nuggets starting to come unglued.
Playing that amazing. A little defensive pressure. Turnover for Denver.
8:46 to play. Nuggets 103, Knicks 88. An action-packed second half. Nuggets going up by 26. And then the New York Knicks cutting it down and getting to within, I believe they got to within 10 was the closest. 94-84. And then the Nuggets pushing the lead back up. 103-88 is our score. J.R. Smith's got a great look, and once again it's inside outside, as Coach Scott Hastings suggests. And now it's an 8-0 run for the Denver Nuggets.
And both Boykins and J.R. said something to somebody over in the stands.
Underneath Channing Frye, and Frye, it looks like he has great potential. I think the problem with Channing Frye, is he a 4 or is he a 3? He's kind of in between. Not really solid enough to be a power forward in this league, I don't think.
I'm not sure quick enough to be a 3, but just make him a wing, be an athlete, let him play.
Boykins trying to get around Nate Robinson. 8 on the shot clock. Boykins takes the screen and hits.
Well, that's using the clock. The one man use the clock, make the shot away, I guess.
The lead is back up to 18. A 10-2 Nuggets run.
Second foul for them. Both teams, 2 team fouls.
Yeah, third on Carmelo. So no real foul trouble for the Nuggets tonight, with the possible exception of Nene. Nene's already played 17 minutes, so I'm not sure we're going to see him much more. That's been George Karl's range, 15 to 20 minutes for Nene. Nene getting the start tonight, and he responded. Nuggets getting out to a 29-22 first quarter lead. Robinson, no. Reggie Evans has it. 108-90 Denver. And Carmelo has to be careful in the double team because they come out very quickly.
You got to pull that ball back with him. Got left it there, but was looking for Eduardo, I think, on the roll, or Evans.
10 on the shot clock. Carmelo, and he nails another one. The NBA's leading scorer has 34 points, made 15 of 27 shots.
Now look at that help and recover. Robinson still gets the basket. The recovery gives up the baseline, but pretty quick, though, by Boykins.
Robinson's got 15 off the bench. Evans has it deflected. There goes Robinson. Watch this, if he can dunk. Oh, the NBA slam dunk champion misses the layup. And the follow. Nuggets with a 16-point lead. David Lee has a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. You like Lee?
Yeah, I do, and I liked him last year. I just think he's one of those guys, every team needs. Plus, you throw in him, unlike Eduardo, he's, 6'9".
Yeah, and he's got some scoring ability also. Boykins with the runner. Here comes Robinson again. Marbury. And you're going to count the basket. It's going to be a foul and a basket.
Kind of a quick foul. Smith had a hand. Looks like he kind of just touches a little bit. He threw it out there, and then Carmelo, why he would do that, to give up the three-point opportunity. Now 6 minutes to go, and if he makes this, he doesn't. Still a 14-point lead.
Yeah, I think J.R. Smith's got to make a little better decision there. You either got to clobber the guy,
or move your feet
or let him go.
In front of him.
Yeah, one of the two. Just under 6 minutes to play. 110-96 Denver. Timeout on the floor. We're coming back. 5:54 to go, and the Nuggets by 14. Just under 6 minutes to play here at the Garden. The Nuggets leading 110-96. Let's answer our GMC trivia question. What is the longest consecutive playoff streak in Knicks history?
21.
14 seasons.
87 to 2001.
Right. And Marcus Camby, of course, involved in that playoff streak. Marcus Camby, who played for the Knicks from 98 to 02, and in the 1999 NBA Finals. Marcus, of course, having a big night tonight in his return to Madison Square Garden. Marcus doesn't like to talk about returning to Madison Square Garden or returning to Toronto, but when he goes on the revenge tour, he's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Camby, 9 of 11, 22 points, 5 blocks. Solid. Andre Miller back in, and he nails one. So Andre Miller's quietly putting together a pretty good night. He's got a double-double, 10 and 10.
And he's been hitting shots like that the last couple nights.
He sure has. Channing Frye. And David Lee's got another rebound.
So in all them points, Denver scored 27 in the third. They're saying Andre had no assists.
Yeah. That was a little quirky because he had 10 assists as soon as this game started. Carmelo Reggie Evans, nice offensive rebound.
Yeah, didn't hit the rim, so you got to watch the shot clock. Melo got hit in the face, his headband all around his eyes.
J.R. Smith, three-pointer. Marbury's got it. 112-96 Denver. Marbury's been the big star for the Knicks tonight. Evans has got it. And Reggie smartly gives it to Earl Boykins. Boykins has had a nice game off the bench tonight. 15, let's check that, 12 points on 4 of 8 shooting.
Denver trying to get some fouls called, not getting it done very well.
Got a loose ball foul. It'll go against Denver. And now Marcus Camby going to come back in.
Okay, now either his thumb hit the headband and put it over Melo's eye, and he couldn't see. So I guess if you touch the equipment, then it's not a foul, or it scraped his hand down his face and moved the. Or there's a ghost in Madison Square Garden, which I've heard there possibly is.
Marbury, and Camby's got his 6 blocks. There goes JR. Highlight film coming up. JR, yo! J.R. Smith. Throw it down, young man.
He raised his customary 3 that he usually does when he hits a 3. That one he should have raised all 10 fingers up.
Should only give him 1 for that. That's too easy. 12 points for J.R. Smith. 114-96, 4 minutes to go. Pretty good defense on Marbury. Out to Robinson for 3. Well, it's David Lee. He's got some hops. Continues to get offensive rebounds. Channing Frye. Boy, Camby's been a presence tonight.
3-on-2.
Over to Boykins. And J.R. Smith, the foul out on the perimeter. David Lee raises his hand. I like the way J.R. Smith is incorporating the drive with the three-point shot.
And I think that's the next step for him on an offensive player for Denver, because obviously he has the ability and has shown the ability to hit threes. Now people are going to start pressing out on him. He can either force some of those threes or get them back off of him by getting some shots going to the rim.
J.R. Smith certainly a candidate for the most improved player in the NBA.
Well, that's a good point.
JR averaging just under 17 points a game. The Nuggets' second best scorer to Carmelo Anthony. He's had 16 or more in 13 of 21 games. So he's been a lot more consistent than I think most people would have thought. Just the second free throw miss for Denver tonight.
He's got to get where his bad nights aren't bad, you know?
Of course, in the most improved category, you have to think about Monte Ellis of the Golden State Warriors. I think it's Kevin Martin of Sacramento. We'll see him soon. 115-96, and there's David Lee again.
Was he got a knack for rebounds or what?
Yeah, he's only playing 22 minutes. They're not doing the job. He should be playing more. He's got 7 offensive rebounds, Scott, and 14 total.
Well, and he's a guy that comes off the bench to do that, as you just said. So it's not like, he's getting to 37 minutes every night to do it.
Eduardo Nahara checks in. Earl Boykins takes a seat. So Smith and Miller in the backcourt. Nahara, Carmelo Anthony, and Marcus Camby. And once again, the Knicks with the full court pressure. See if the Nuggets can break this and get the layup dunking drill going. Just got to get by that first wave and pass up court.
Well, you break it a couple times, all of a sudden Knicks, for some reason, take it off.
Nate Robinson playing a lot of minutes tonight.
Isaiah is trying to get kicked out. He is all over the official on the far side.
Andre Miller down the lane he goes. That is a candidate for our Lexus drive of the game. Andre Miller, a nominee, should we say. 117-98. This Robinson is a wild card, isn't he? He's a shoot first, tough little guy. They list him at 5'9". As we mentioned, he won the slam dunk contest. Took him 16 dunks to make that final one, but he did. 17 points for Nate Robinson. $117-100. Carmelo. Doubled, got to get rid of it. Got it back. What a nice play by Nahara. Ball was blocked. Marbury. And Camby's there again. 7 blocks for the captain, Marcus Camby. When we come back, our Lexus drive the game. Was it just a moment ago? We shall see. Stay with us. Back at Madison Square Garden, the Nuggets with a comfortable 17-point lead. J.R. Smith, the subject of our Lexus drive of the game tonight, just moments ago. J.R. with the reverse. They say he jumps 44 inches, and after you see this, you'll agree with somebody, Scotty.
Yeah, one of 7 blocks for Camby starts it, but how about flashing back to this summer, the EBC Classic, Rutgers Park, the famous Rutgers Park. He was putting on a show for the folks here in New York this summer. Whoop.
PA announcer calling him the prodigy. And J.R. Smith, as good as advertised. So the Lexus drive of the game to J.R. tonight. 1:45 to play. Some of the Knicks fans filing out. Nuggets trying to close strong. I know George Karl always likes that. Finish up quarters. Andre Miller, long jumper. Camby's got it. And he is fouled. Wow, Marcus Camby has had a night.
Well, Marcus Camby's going to the free throw line, and George Karl giving Violet Palmer the business going into that break. Why Carmelo didn't shoot like 2 straight times as he went to the basket.
Camby's numbers tonight, sensational. Made 9 of 11 shots. Got 22 points, 9 rebounds, 7 blocks. This is an all-star appearance. This is the Marcus Camby of a year ago before he broke his finger. You remember how well he was playing? And Marcus Camby certainly a candidate for the all-star team, and he can keep this up. He'll be moving up in the polls. Or in the voting, I should say. That's a little better description of it.
Don't forget to get on Nuggets.com, NBA.com, and vote for your favorite All-Star.
Tough night for Spike Lee and the New York Knicks. Exciting third quarter, however. The Knicks made it interesting. Andre Miller with a steal. There goes JR. Look out. Oh, that's a tough foul. Marty Collins. Careful. No. What's Robinson doing? Nate Robinson. I don't know what. We got a bad incident here. This is an ugly incident, and J.R. Smith incensed. Nate Robinson now stepping up on George Karl. No, Karl grabbing. See, he's got Smith. There it goes again. Look at this. What is he doing? They're trying to restrain Jared Jeffries.
Jeffrey and 2 guys are going.
This is horrible.
They're going after Carmelo Anthony. And now players have come off the bench, and once you do that, it's an automatic fine for them. And this was all because of and excuse me for all those people who don't like this, a stupid foul at the end of a game in a game that's over.
There are a lot of guys that won't be playing in the next game for both teams. And it seemed the foul was tough. The foul was hard. The foul may have been dirty, but it looked like Nate Robinson was the one that got this going.
Well, Jared Jeffries is taking after Carmelo Anthony for some reason. This is how Collins should just let him go, and he's going to come down hard, wraps the neck, and then throws him down, which now becomes a flagrant. JR gets up. He's not happy with it. He gets in the face. But I'm not even sure it's JR and Collins who go after first. It's Robinson.
I'm not sure why Robinson got involved.
Robinson comes in and pushes him. See, Collins is a flagrant foul. He's going to get in trouble. And there's somebody in the crowd now. Somebody in the stands now are going after it to our left for some reason.
We may see multiple players get suspended for this. It might not all be the same game. They might stretch it out a little bit. An ugly incident here at the end of the Knicks-Nuggets game.
Well, there's a minute 15 left, and the game, for all intent and purposes, is over with. But Marty Collins with not a smart foul at all, unnecessary foul, but escalated, and I'm telling you, it was escalated by Robinson. Nate Robinson just came in there and just shoved JR, who got up, as you would imagine, upset at Collins.
Yeah, had it remained those two, there would not have been the incident.
No, because someone had got there, cooler heads would have prevailed, probably would have been technicals. Instead, Collins will probably get ejected. Robinson's probably going to get ejected. I'm speculating.
Yeah, I think probably. Well, let's see how they figure it out. Dick Bavetta, Violet Palmer, Robbie Robinson discussing what to do here.
You don't want this. The NBA has had too many bad things, and you mentioned this is Spike Lee is walking off the court with his young daughter. They're escorting them out, but watch Nate Robinson. See, you know JR is going to get mad in front of him. He's going to try to grab him, and they're just talking. And then he shoves him.
Well, I think Robinson.
He shoves him again. See, then Melo gets in there, and he's trying. And Melo shoves Robinson, and now there goes JR and Robinson going after it. The key was a side thing was Carmelo Anthony and Jared Jeffries. Jared Jeffries had to be tackled from going after Carmelo Anthony.
There's a chance they may end this game with 1:15 to go.
I don't know.
Dick Bavetta going to call the coaches over.
Well, here's the thing now. You worry about crowd because this is a pretty good crowd tonight, obviously. I tell you what, I thought at one time Nate was going after George Karl.
And this is the time you want an official like Dick Bavetta heading up the officiating crew.
That and then one big old strong guy beside him. Not to make light of this, but you know, we've not seen this in a while. I've not seen this in a while with the Nuggets. It was a preseason game against Indiana, was it 2 years ago? Jermaine O'Neal and Nene going after it. There's going to be multiple ejections. The NBA will grab the film both from the Madison Square Garden Network and Altitude Sports and Entertainment, review all of this, and before the Knicks team, before either one of these teams play again, they'll announce what's going down.
So we are being told now that 10 players have been ejected from the game. Anybody involved in that fight. J.R. Smith is gone. A number of the Knicks have to sort it out. You need a roster to determine exactly what happened here. So we're going to try to finish apparently the last minute 15.
Bobby Simmons, you see him in there right by Cammy. He's the head of security. He's standby because I mean you're in New York, and you got some guy that's here, Madison Square Garden security. I mean he's got guys watching the crowds, getting people out of tunnels and everything else, and they'll be careful because they use the same exit. Make sure they escort one team and then the other.
Oh, Melo threw a punch, and LaMelo's going to be Melo. The entire team that was on the floor at that point.
Yeah, you listen, it's going to be bad enough. Trust me, it's going to be bad enough. Don't make it any worse by going off and doing something else. But wisely, you let the Nuggets players get in. Like I said, they use the same exit just across from us. And then you let them clear, and then the security for New York will make sure that they walk their players in because you don't want anything ugly happening back in the tunnel.
So everybody that was involved in the game, everybody who was on the floor at the time, are all ejected. So there goes the Knicks, 5 on the floor.
I can honestly say, and I've been around the NBA since 1982, I have never seen 10 players kicked out of a game. Both, and I don't know, Walt Frazier sitting right to my left. He may have, I don't know if we can get his attention. Dick Bavetta once again is going to come over and kind of explain this to us, but I've never seen 10 players kicked off.
So Dick Bavetta has taken charge of this situation.
He's explaining to
a flagrant 2 has been called on Marty Collins, and now Dick Bavetta coming in. Okay.
shooter, right, which is nicer. 10 ejections, 5 from each team are out there.
Yeah.
And each coach picks the opposing 5 from each team.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dick.
That was Dick Bavetta, the voice of Dick Bavetta, who's still one of the best. I'm going to reach over and touch Clyde. You ever seen anything like that, Walt? No.
DeMar Johnson is going to come in. Let's set the Nugget 5 for you. Kleza, DeMar Johnson, Reggie Evans, Joe Smith, who hasn't played. Let me check. Joe Smith hasn't played in the last 8 games because of an ankle sprain. And this will be a nice game to get finished with. 120 to 100. Reggie Evans with a jump shot. So the crowd here at the Garden still on their feet. An ugly incident that's going to be reviewed by the league officials. And the penalties will be meted out tomorrow or Monday. Maybe sooner.
Boy, and there's not many people. Earl Boykins is the only guy, I think, on both benches still remaining.
3 for Kleza. Yeah, that's interesting. The lone substitute, if you like, Earl Boykins. Knicks didn't have many players to start with. So 5 players from each team ejected.
Well, in this last minute 3 has been kind of anticlimactic, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Ugly end to a good win for Denver, and a nice way to end off the this road trip. However, I'm not sure we're going to be able to bring you a post-game interview. We were scheduled to do that, but our interviews in the locker room. Marcus Camby, you had a great game.
Don't forget, you'll see all the highlights and lowlights of this one on the Nuggets Locker Room Report. It's coming up right after the game. We'll show the entire action. We'll get comments.
Yeah, we'll try to get in the locker room and try to bring, if we can, we'll try to go in the locker room and see if we can get some comments, obviously, from George Karl. He may be careful of exactly what he can say or should say, but we'll try to get something from George Karl.
All right, we hope you enjoyed it. Our final score, the Denver Nuggets beat the New York Knicks 123 to 100. Our next telecast, the Nuggets and the Wizards. That's Monday night at 6:30. Transmission facilities brought to you by HTN Communications. This has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment. Don't forget, coming up next, the Nuggets Locker Room Report.